flip side, I mean, you can't speak for them, but do you get a sense that those guys in the huddle, Mitch, Kenny, Mason, they're getting used to everybody on the offense as well?
Oh, absolutely. I think by every day, like in the huddle, their presence alone, they're all getting comfortable. Especially Kenny, obviously he was nervous the first couple of days, but he's comfortable now, and everyone's just comfortable with the offense, and hopefully we get clicking going.
With the 2-minute drill at the end of practice yesterday, as a guy that's going to see a lot of targets hopefully this year, and maybe in those situations, what did you like out of how Mitch and Mason led the team down the field?
Yeah, they were awesome. I mean, they were working the tight ends. Love that, and they're obviously confident. And I know Mitch we're rooming obviously, and Mitch came in the room's like, I love 2-minute blah blah. So if we're in those situations, I'm very confident that we can score and stuff like that.
How do you kind of describe the difference in personalities of each of the quarterbacks? What are they each kind of like?
Yeah, I mean, obviously knowing Mason for a while, he's definitely more like outgoing towards us, but he's kind of a quiet guy. Kenny's obviously being that rookie and being a new guy, just kind of feel everything out. Obviously, he's a little quiet, but you can, with all of them, you can see the leadership roles. And I think obviously with Mitch, he's been around for 5-6 years, so he's obviously, he can tell that he's been around multiple defenses and kind of experience and stuff like that. So they'll bring something different to the table. So we just have to get used to that and just roll with whoever's going.
Pat, last week when Heath was here, Mike said he saw you talking to him. Can you tell us about that interaction? Was that the first? Or?
Yeah, no, we talked the Chicago game, and that's when I saw him. I was like, man, you got to come out to a game this year because that game I scored 2 touchdowns. So hopefully he can come out to a couple more. I know he's coming to the Saints game, so he's just leaning on him and just using his experiences. And we were talking about going from his first to second year and just kind of what he learned and what he adjusted with and all that kind of stuff. So just learning that, it was helpful.
Has there been like any type of unofficial mentorship with him? I mean, do you have his number, vice versa?
Yeah, for sure. We text sometimes, and just great kind of seeing him in person, catching up and all that.
You mentioned in the spring about wanting to expand beyond your red zone role from last year, the middle of the field stuff. Yep. Have you seen? I know you haven't been out there, but with scheme-wise, have you seen anything, or you guys talking about anything about tight ends being more involved in the middle of the field?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think you guys can see it. Obviously, going into game plans, we'll probably switch some things up, just kind of schematically and stuff like that. But obviously, you just got to get healthy and making sure the other tight ends that are practicing now, they're showing that we can, as a group, are capable of doing that.
That is a little frustrating starting camp,
Yeah, very frustrating. I was ready to go, and obviously tweaked my hamstring, but I'm ready to go and just trying to get back healthy and get ready for the season. Definitely frustrating though.
How long does this feel like out here for you guys? No games yet, but it's one day after another, kind of similar things.
Yeah, I mean it's long, but obviously just kind of thinking about like the rich tradition that's been here. Just kind of reminding yourself of who's kind of grinded out here and who's gone through this and stuff like that kind of helps a little bit. But it's definitely, for days like this, it's hot. It's grind.
I don't know what your plans are for tomorrow, though, but there's that night practice. It kind of breaks things up, doesn't it, a little bit? You guys looking forward to that?
Yeah, we can get a nice little sleep in and some breakfast and later breakfast and all that kind of stuff. So we're definitely excited for that.
So you're going to bring back a little bit of old memories, stepping out on a high school field on a Friday night under the lights?
Yeah, I mean, my high school, we played in front of like 200 people, so it's going to be a little different for me, but yeah, it's kind of cool going back to the high school and just kind of being part of that community and all that kind of stuff.
One of the most compelling storylines, obviously, here for the fans and for people like us is the quarterback rotation, the situation, what's going on there. From your point of view, how do you see this all unfolding? I'm not going to tell you to pick out different people, but I mean, can you tell that there is a competition out there between these guys, and and how are they taking it, the approach?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everyone loves competition. I think they're approaching it with the right manner. I'm going to give Coach Steve the answer, and I'm not going to read too much into it. And I'm just going to, whenever I'm out there, just roll with whoever's at quarterback, and that's that.
Fredo mentioned that you actually provide more than what they were thinking when they got you out of Penn State. Does the NFL game be able to showcase a little bit more like your athleticism than maybe what you actually did at Penn State?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, obviously, I think in the NFL it's more of getting the players the ball and what they're good at. I think in college you kind of fit in that offense of like kind of scheme, and I think definitely in the league you're just kind of more adaptive of what you want to get out of and what they want, what position they want to put you in.
What can you show you can do? What about you makes you a guy that can make this roster?
Thumper, man. North and south runner. Like I can gain them hard yards. The yak yards, and I think that's a plus of mine. And also, I want to make an impact pass blocking. Pass blocking. That's something that I feel like that we talked about, and we want to bring they want to bring here. And then also, I mean, of course, most important is special teams. So I've just been talking with Coach Danny. He's been getting me up to speed with everything. So I'm just feeling good, you know, just go out here and lay it all on the line. So yeah.
How much have you gotten to know Benny Snell, and what stood out about his personality or his playing style?
I guess he's you know, he seems like a professional guy. You know, he takes care of his business. He doesn't talk too much, but you know, he goes out there and seems like he's focused and you know, he knows his assignments well. And so I'm really just, you know, looking at those guys and, you know, kind of seeing they've been here for, you know, some years. So you know, just seeing how it works around here and how, you know, what's expected of you, their practice and off the field things. So.
Did you know Najee before?
No, I didn't. I mean, of course, we played in the national championship game, but I didn't know him personally. I mean, I knew of him, of course, but not personally.
Feel like this was a good opportunity? I mean, what was the attraction?
Of course. I mean, of course. I mean, they called me, so I'm going. You know, that's it. You know, it was actually, you know, growing up. That was my team. Growing up, you know, waving the terrible towels in the bonus room, screaming. You know, family watching the game. So I'm excited to be here. It's a blessing. So just looking to take advantage of every opportunity I get.
Why the Steelers? Why'd you go for the Steelers?
Man,
growing up,
you know, that's I guess that's what my parents they were Steelers fans, so I just grew up with that, and you know, just watching the old heads, you know, Troy and Ward and Mendenhall and all of them was just cool to see. Harrison, James, and so it's cool to be here, man. Just to be around and you know, just soaking it all in. But understanding that, you know, there's much work to be done, so that's what I'm doing.
What was your family's reaction?
They were, you know, Mom, she was emotional, you know, she was excited. Dad, you know, he tries to keep a straight face and everything, but I know behind the scenes he was, you know, kind of down there. But they were excited, and they understand too. It's a grind, it's a work. So you know, they just encouraged me to get all I can out of it. You know, ask anything I need and make the most of it. You know, it's not nothing's set in stone. Yeah, I gotta, you know, work every day in this league. You know, even the vets, man, it's a constant battle staying on top. So.
But it sounds like they have the terrible towels ready to go. You don't have to go get them.
Yeah, I mean, they already got all the gear and everything. You know, they don't got to do none of that. You know, but yeah, so it's great.
Typically, Mike Tomlin likes to, you know, feature one workhorse back. That's obviously probably going to be Najee here. So what kind of reps have the coaching staff told you about what the rest of the guys can expect, and what kind of reps you guys competing for?
You know, I think just, you know, having a few guys that you can count on is very important in a game. You know, having one guy is great, but you know, you need, you know, several that you count on, because you know, not one guy can just, you know, carry the whole load. And I know Najee, you know, carried most of that last year, and you know, but you know, like I said, this is a league where it's not you don't have a long lifespan, so especially a running back, and that's something that you want to be sure that you have guys in the tank, in the clip that you can put out there and have confidence in. You know, not exactly sure the details of all that, but you know, I'm just gonna do the best I can. You know, show that what I can contribute, and you know, hopefully we just, you know, use each guy's talents where they should go. But